Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on Solexx, how to set it up and then how to use the app. This is the app that you will have access to with any of our packages, and it will send you trade ideas from our educators directly to your phone. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your back office and then go to the Solexx tab. Once you click the Solexx tab, you are going to see the QR code for iOS or for Android. You can also just easily search Solexx on the App Store and you will find it. I've put the back office website there, economy.office2/directsale.com. So once you have downloaded the app, okay, the second step in order to gain access is you must click create account. Okay, some people get confused on this step. They try to continue with their email that they've used for economy. You cannot do that. You need to create an account first. Now, once you click create on account, you're going to be asked to enter your email address and create yourself a password like the picture on the right. Now, you need to make sure you enter your email address that you used when registering for economy. Okay, make sure you double check the spelling, that it matches exactly. You then need to create yourself a password. This does not need to be the same password you use for economy. In fact, there are very specific criteria to ensure that this is a strong password. So it must be a minimum of 8 characters. It needs to have at least one number, one capital letter, and one special character. And I've just put some examples there, like a question mark, a dollar sign, etc. The only special character you cannot use is a full stop. Okay, so just make sure you've added that in. Once you've done that, you just click accept with the terms and conditions and go ahead and click create account. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be greeted with this screen. At the very top, it says sign up successful, and you now need to complete your personal details. So enter your display name. So if you ever comment on an educator's post, your name is going to appear. So whatever name you would like to have displayed. You then need to put your details from your economy account. So your first name, your last name, your date of birth, as well as your country. And again, you'll click accept the terms to complete the account setup. Now, just some troubleshooting because we have seen issues in the past, and most of the time it's easily rectified. So if after completing the setup, you click complete account at the bottom and then see this message pop up where it says payment options, economy, pay now. The reason why this message would appear, well, there's only really 2 options. Number 1, your subscription is inactive or needs to be renewed. Okay, now if you've just signed up, this scenario is highly unlikely. The second scenario is there was an issue with the email address and that email address doesn't match your economy count exactly. So what Solexx would have done, it would have created you an account, but it doesn't recognize you on the system, so it's prompting you to pay, meaning to sign up for economy. So what you want to do in this instance is go back and create account again and go through the same process, but just ensure that you have spelled your email address correctly. Make sure you haven't put .com when it's really .co.uk, Gmail rather than Hotmail, whatever the case may be. These small little things, you wouldn't think they would happen, but they do. So that is one way. If you do see this message, those are the 2 scenarios as to why you might see it. Okay, so hopefully you are able to then troubleshoot that for yourself. Okay, so once you've actually created your account, that's all been successful. Okay, you're going to then see this screen. Okay, and this is allowing you to now set up your educators. Okay, so subscribers. So these are the educators that you want to follow and you want to get notifications from. So like you can see on the screen, you have some different names of educators. So you got Tomas at the top, you then got Jacques on the Economy Updates channel, Christian, Tanel at the bottom. And then of course, if you keep scrolling, you're going to see all of our educators. Now, each educator is accompanied with a brief bio. So if you are new, you could have a read through, okay, see which educator, maybe sounds quite interesting to you, or a strategy you might like to learn, whatever the case may be, or you could simply follow all of them. It's entirely up to you. So over on the right-hand side where the circle is, you would just tick it. That's going to turn blue. And once you've ticked all of the educators you'd like to file, you would click follow at the bottom. Now, just one tip, all customers, so no matter what, you should definitely subscribe to the economy updates. So these are company updates that come directly from corporate, and they could be anything to do with, a special announcement. Maybe there's going to be a corporate Zoom call featuring our CEO or our president. It might be even, to give us a notice that the ECA is being updated, right? Any kind of message that we would get from corporate that's important for us as customers to know, they will come via the economy updates. So definitely, you want to be subscribed to them. Okay, so once you've done that, you are then subscribed. And what you will then see is this screen. Okay, so just getting to know our app a bit. So this is going to be your main activity feed. This is where all messages come. This could be messages and updates from the educators. It could be trade ideas. It could be trade updates. So if an educator is telling you to do something with your trade, you are going to see it come up here. If they have any sort of announcements, so for example, perhaps an educator is traveling, so they're not able to take their live session. So all relevant information that you need as a customer will all come on the activity feed. Now, at the bottom, at the top of the activity feed, you can also see the pictures and all the educators you are following. So if you scroll to the side, you'll be able to see them. You can also click on them individually to get to their chat discussion. Now, at the bottom, there's 4 different tabs. So from left to right, you have the activity feed, which is currently what we are on now. The next button over, which is the 2 arrows, is the trade ideas. The next one over, which is the chat box or the message box, is the chat discussions with our educators. And then on the far right-hand side where you see the little people, that is the educators themselves. So if afterwards you want to go in and you want to add more educators to your feed, or maybe you want to unsubscribe from an educator, you can go ahead into that box. So this is what the chats box looks like. Okay, so you can see some of the educators that I'm subscribed to. You can see discussions that they've had, and those are all there, which you can plug into. Okay, and then also if you click the educator on the right-hand side, you again are going to see picture of our educators, all the ones you're subscribed to, okay, ones that you need an add-on for. So for example, towards the bottom, you can see Nigel Hammett, and you can see Pluto's trade ideas. They are part of the Pluto service. So in order to get access to that, you would need to add on Pluto's in your back office. Once that has happened, you'll be able to come back over to Solexx and to subscribe to those educators. Now, the last one that I don't have a screenshot of, but that is the trades. And the reason why there's no screenshot is because of the privacy settings on Solexx. We're not able to actually take pictures of the trade ideas, but if you just wanted to look at the trades and the most up-to-date trades, you could go into the trade section. So guys, that is it. Very simple, very easy to use. Now, one last tip, make sure once you've downloaded the app, you have your notifications turned on. So if you're on an iPhone, for example, you would need to go into your apps and make sure the notifications are turned on. If you're finding that, within your first day of setting up, you're not receiving a lot of notifications, go into your settings, go to your apps, and just switch the notifications off and then on again. Okay, so this sometimes, it's just a little glitch and it will trigger the notifications, and you then should start receiving them straight away. Okay, guys, so hopefully, this tutorial was helpful. You are now set up and ready to go on Solexx. Have a great week trading. And if you need anything, please go to the customer support in the back office.